Welcome to the ProductGo demo session. We will go through all 4 main features, including the user story map, roadmap, advanced personas, and portfolio board. First, user story map. To access the user story map of a project, go to the project sidebar menu and find ProductGo. Or you can go to the Jira Apps menu, then select ProductGo, go to Projects, and select the project you want. Here's the user story map board, which includes 4 main parts. The goals. This is the highest hierarchy level above the epics. It shows the main objectives of the project. This can group the epics that share common goals together. To create a new goal, hover over the goal level, then select the Add New Goal card. Fill in the goal summary, then hit Enter. Goals help you maintain a clear vision of what you're trying to achieve with your project. Next, the steps. This is where the epics are placed. Arrange them horizontally to represent each step in the user's journey. Together with the goal above, these create the backbone of the story map. Click on the plus button to create new epics for your project here. It will automatically align with the above goal. Then, the stories. The issues with the same epic will be aligned in the column below. Users can create a new story by selecting the plus button. Click here to use the user story template, copy, and paste it into your issue. Go to Issues Detail and fill in the description box the acceptance criteria of the story. Now, let's go to the final one, the swim lanes. This part contains all your sprints or releases on the Jira board. Swim lanes in Story Map include 3 modes: release, sprint, and no swim lane. Based on your product requirement, you can change the swim lane mode in the user settings on the top navigation bar. Release mode is normally used on a Kanban project. For Scrum projects, sprint is preferred. By default, these modes are not enabled completely. At first, either release or sprint is available. It depends on which type of project it is. Issues that don't belong to any sprint or release will appear in the last swim lanes, which are named backlog or unschedule. The no swim lane mode is normally used for backlog management and refinement. To create a new release or sprint, go back to the release mode. Hover your mouse over the top of the swim lane, then click it. Fill in the details information for the release, including release name, start and release date, and description. Your story map now has a new swim lane. Drag and drop relevant issues from the backlog into the swim lane or create new ones. Now, let's explore further about the user story map. On the goal card, you can directly edit the status, color, or delete that goal. Click on the collapse icon to clear your view with unnecessary goals. The numbers appear on the 2nd and 3rd levels to indicate how many cards are inside each level. Click here to open the goal details window. You can change the color, name, description, and status of the goal. To remove epics, click on the trash bin icon. You can also add a new epic or add an existing epic to the goal. Users can designate who is the lead, define label, related members, personas, start and end date. Similarly, we can also edit epics in the same manner. Change epic's name, change status, change assignee, and change the priority. Click on the More Options icon to open the issue editor. Delete the epic. Move it to the right or the left of the row. Unmap it from the current goal and send it to the other goal group. The last one is to move epics to another goal on the board. Click on the issue key will also open the issue editor. Here, you can change epic name, description, child issues, and all Jira fields from your projects, like priority, assignee, labels, etc. Find the ProductGo option below, which allows users to change the goal of the epic and its start and end date. With the story card, it's almost the same. You can edit the issue summary, change priority, edit story point, change status, change assignee, and edit subtask. To add labels, go to Issue Editors and select from the Label field. In More Options, users can highlight the card by picking the color, open Issue Editor, move issue to top or bottom of the swim lane, unmap to move task to others' epics group at the end of the swim lane, plan to move the task to the backlog. The final one is to move the issue to another position by defining the goal, epic and release, or sprint. From the top of the swim lane, have a quick look of the overall release on how many story points and the amount of issues on each status. The release date and release name can be edited directly on the swim lane. Click here to find the options to edit or delete the release. If everything is ready, select Release. Users now decide what will happen to the unresolved issues, move them to another release, or just ignore them. By using the drag and drop gesture, you can move goals, epics, and stories on the board to the desired position, even with the swim lanes. When you move the issues, they will also reflect directly in your Jira projects. ProductGo offers powerful filtering options to help you focus on specific aspects of your project. Persona Filter, sort out the goals with chosen personas, browse personas from the list. Goal Filter. This helps narrow down your view on the board by limiting it to necessary goals only. Swim Lane Filter. Select swim lanes from the list or just search for the one you want. JQL Filter. Leverage the power of Jira Query Language for advanced filtering. This can be used to create custom views for your story map board, such as showing only high-priority items or tasks assigned to a specific team member. Here's an example of a filter for a member with in-progress tasks. Let's go through each component in the board menu. Quick switch to another board. Easily navigate between different project boards. Full screen mode, get a distraction-free view of your entire story map. Switch to the roadmap view. We'll explore this in detail later. AI feature. You can use AI to create goals, epics, and user stories for your board. First, you need to enter the definition of your product, including product type, description, and key features. Click here to generate goals, pick them or generate more, then add them to your story map. Similar steps also apply to epics and stories. To create epics, click the AI icon in the goal card. With user stories, find it in the More Options icon on the epic. Horizontal mode. Toggle between vertical and horizontal layouts. Similar to the common view, you can move or make edits to cards or swim lanes here. Search card. Quickly find specific items on your board. The result cards will be highlighted. Move to another result by using Find Next and Find Previous button. Personas. Manage the current project's personas and global persona. We'll cover this in the Personas section. Issues without epics. View and manage issues that haven't been assigned to an epic yet. Search and move them to the story map. To move multiple issues, check on this icon, then drag and drop to the board. Export and share your story map with stakeholders as an image or a CSV file. Share a public link to collaborate with team members or clients by sharing a view-only link. Search for card, change view mode, leave feedback, or adjust view settings. Leave a comment for your team, or check out guest feedback activities. Track changes and updates to your story map. Help page. Access ProductGo documentation and other materials for detailed guidance. Now let's discover the settings in our user story map. In the user settings, you can customize your story map without permission from the admin role. First, show or hide the completed tasks for easy task management on your project. Show or hide the orphan cards, which are the cards that don't have goals or epics on the board. Show the completed release on the story map. This setting is turned off by default. Next, use the different colors for epics and their issues, instead of the same as the goal. This will also reflect on the epic color in users' Jira projects. Show or hide the persona feature on top of the goal level. Users can attach the persona to the project by clicking on the persona icon on top of each goal. Finally, users can switch to the old appearance of ProductGo's user story map. The admin settings located below the user settings allow admins to configure ProductGo for your entire team. Let's go through each section. This is the board settings. The first two settings are for enabling 2 view mode sprints and no swim lane for your team story map. The Enable Confluence integration option is to bring the story map to your Confluence page by using our macro. Here's how you do it. Install the Agile User Story Map for Confluence, then go to your page and insert the ProductGo macro. Edit the story map configuration and click the Save button. Now, you can have a user story map in your Confluence page. This option is to enable or disable the public sharing story map feature and to show subtasks on the sharing board. Edit this number to limit the stories on your story map board, which enhances its performance. The next one is the goal settings. By turning it on, you will be able to link the goal card to the issue type in your Jira project, which helps you better manage your work. Choose the issue type and link type you want to use for the goal. Click Save. If you want to migrate the available goals to the new issue types, click here, decide to map with an available issue, or create a new issue for each goal, or simply click on the Auto Migrate button. This goal setting must be conducted with caution. You can read more in our documentation link on this button. Here's how your goal card looks after you map with issue types. The card settings include 6 options. The Show Story Media allows users to show issues attachments directly on the card. Here's an example. Show or hide the subtask on the card. Decide which issue fields will be shown on the card, including status, assignee, story points, priority, and labels. Select the default color for the goal and the epic. Choose the default issue type when you create a new story on the story map board. Now we move to the field settings. Use Jira rank. If checked, ProductGo will use the ranking system for issues in Jira. Show the epic story points. Users can decide to use the epic default story point or use the total story points of the child issues. Map roadmap dates with Jira fields. By default, ProductGo uses the issue's properties to save the start date and end date for the roadmap feature. After configuring this option, the roadmap feature will synchronize with Jira's fields that you map to. Enable the setting, and then you can select which Jira datetime fields to map with the roadmap, start date, and end date. You can confirm if the issue types in the project have those fields in screen or not. Click Migrate to Migrating Data from ProductGo's app data to Jira field data. The roadmap settings allows the admin to turn off this feature on the board. Allow editing active sprints. When this is turned off, you cannot change the date on the roadmap when your sprint is active. Let's see how it works. Switch to Sprint View mode, then go to the roadmap feature. You can adjust the sprint date easily on the roadmap. Now go to the admin setting and turn this option off, then click Save. It's no longer possible to adjust the date of the sprint on the roadmap. When auto-scheduling is on, changing the plan of child tasks will affect the parent task and vice versa. The last one is permission settings. See who has the admin role in your projects. Okay, let's move on to the roadmap feature. Basically, the roadmap and story map share the same menu bar and its functionality. The main difference here is the roadmap provides a visual timeline of your project, helping you plan and communicate your product strategy. It's a more intuitive way to view the schedule and track progress, as well as deadlines. Similar to the story map, the roadmap offers 3 different view modes: goal, epic, story, subtask. View your roadmap with a hierarchy view from goal to subtask. This is the no swim lane mode in the story map. Or you can view by the release or sprint mode, which helps you track progress by release and sprint. Aligned with each view mode is the filter. You can use the filter for goal, release, or sprint to narrow down your view on the roadmap. Here's how to plan tasks directly on the roadmap board. Hover your mouse on the roadmap to locate the task you want to plan. Click and drag to adjust the duration of the issues. You can do this to stories, epics, and even goals. You can make edits at any time directly on the board. Add more tasks and epics as needed by clicking on the plus button between issues. Or move issues from the issues without epic into the roadmap. Move issues by drag and drop to rearrange their position. To change the plan date color of the issue, right-click on the plan, then select the color you want to change. This color change also applies to the card on the story map. You can also make changes to the plan dates on this option menu with Clear Plan, Clear Start Date, and Clear Due Date. Let's visualize and manage task dependencies within your roadmap. Click and drag between items to create dependency lines, helping you understand the critical path of your project and avoid scheduling conflicts. To remove, click on the dependency and choose the Remove Link icon. Milestones help mark important project dates or deliverables. To create a milestone, click the Add Milestone button or click on the diamond button on the desired date on the milestone row. Set a name, date, and color for the milestone. Drag the milestone to position it correctly on the timeline. easily export your roadmap for presentations or reports as an image. This feature is great for sharing your project timeline with stakeholders or for use in team meetings. You can also view your roadmap on Confluence by using the same macro as the story map. Our app also allows you to use the story map and roadmap features to manage multiple projects within one board using the Agile board. You can go to the search bar and find the Boards option to browse all boards on your instance. To create one, select the Create Board button, then choose between Scrum or Kanban board. Select board from an existing project option. Find the projects you want from the list, then click Create Board. Go to that board and access ProductGo here. Or go directly to the ProductGo main page from Apps. Select Agile Board and find your board. Here, users can manage the selected projects. All issues, goals, releases, and sprints will be shown on this board. When you create an issue or swim lane, the project selection option will be available. The next feature of ProductGo is Advanced Personas, which helps you keep your users at the center of your product development process. You can access the persona feature directly from the story map as mentioned before. Browse and search all personas created and could be used in your project. You can see here that there are two types of persona, local and global. Local can only be used within the current project, while global can be used across your Jira instance's projects. Click to view persona details. You can edit it by going to this Open Editor button here. Click on the plus button to create a new persona. Or go to the ProductGo menu and select Personas. Here you can view all the personas created for your Jira instance. Use the filters or search to look for your desired persona. Select to enter the persona and make edits with the ones you have permission. To create a new persona, click on Create Persona. Choose between a global persona or a local one, using a single project or a portfolio only. Choose to start from scratch or use a template. We provide various templates for many popular categories. Select one that suits your case. Change the picture or other details to make your persona more relatable. When starting from a blank page, personas in ProductGo are highly customizable. You can add various components to your personas. Avatars. Give your persona an avatar and name. The image will automatically shown in the persona thumbnail on top. Demographics. Enter simple statistics that describe your persona, like age, gender, marital status, income, and occupation. Image. Attach more images to your persona. Title and content, and text only. These components are quite flexible. Users can use them for many purposes like hobbies, quotes, or background. Tag. This helps highlight key points of your persona. Continuous slider. Make edits and select a value continuous. Balance slider. Ratio between two opposing attributes. Users can change the component size and position on the persona. Then choose the color theme for your persona on the Theme tab. You can also create custom themes for your personas by choosing the color here. The top menu in the persona creation screen offers additional options. Use templates. Export your persona as an image. Save as template. Create reusable persona templates for future projects. Now add recently created personas directly to your story map. Go back to the story map. Click the persona icon on a goal. Remember to turn on the Add Persona option in User Settings. Select the relevant persona. Click on Persona to see details. This feature helps ensure that each feature goal is tied to a specific user need, keeping your development user-centric. The last feature of ProductGo is Portfolio Board. To access the Portfolio Board, go to the ProductGo menu and select Portfolio Board. You can view all boards on your Jira instance here. The Portfolio Board in ProductGo helps you create and manage multiple projects or large, complex initiatives in a single view, with the ability to map any issue type with any level of hierarchy, including goals and steps. Click Create to create a new portfolio board. Give your board a name, then choose a project style between team managed or company managed. You can't mix both two kinds of projects into one board. Select the projects you want to get the issue tickets from. Decide how your board shows up, 2 or 3 levels of hierarchy. Choose the label name and decide which issue type to map with each level. For the company managed type, the first level issue type mapping is mandatory. Next, decide who can access the board and their permissions. Here's how your portfolio board looks. The first level will be loaded automatically. At the below level, users can create new swim lanes and add issues to them by creating new ones or dragging from the Issues box. The Portfolio Board menu offers similar functionality to the Story Map Board menu, including filtering options, export capabilities, and personas attachments. Themes in the Portfolio Board help make your story map look even better with some beautiful themes provided. This concludes our comprehensive tour of ProductGo. With its powerful user story map, roadmap, advanced personas, and portfolio board features, ProductGo enhances your Jira experience and streamlines your product management process. Thank you for joining this demo session. Go to ProductGo and explore now.